It's only been mentioned in every interview.
Oh, it has?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
That I'm a friend slut?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
A bit of a glow there,
I
but it's
know.
intentional in a good way.
We kept the glow. I love the
Just-
glow.
Yeah, just kind of.
We put a glow.
Then we are there.
You are such a friend slut.
Okay, ow.
No, seriously. You just have this thing where you have to make people feel like the most important person in the world, so they fall in love with you, and then you ultimately forget about them.
That is not true, Issa. Okay, I treasure my people.
You have 400 unread text messages.
No, it's 4,000 usually. Yeah, it's 4,000. It's just the zero gets cut off. People gravitate towards Anton. I think he has a wall up. I think he receives a lot of love, but he can't internalize the love he receives.
So how do you know Anton?
He's my best friend in the world.
Yeah, isn't he everybody's?
Underneath it, finding someone to love, a romantic partner, is really a struggle for Anton. All of his friends have basically confronted him about not having sex for 8 months.
We've been waiting.
Whatever it is, no, I have work.
No, so do we. We have been working to break your dry spell, actually.
Something that we have found really fascinating about Anton is he's such a social butterfly. He cannot enter a space without making 5 new best friends. But at the same time, he is single and has a little bit of a wall up when it comes to his love life.
And when you have really honest emotional things happening, it allows you then to do these massive, crazy jokes.
It was very fun to work with Julia Fox. Both of us with our butts out was a highlight for me. I think it's vulnerable to have your butt out in front of the crew and in front of this cast, but I felt so okay with it that actually the ADs were asking me to please cover up. They were like, oh, and put the towel on. I was like, no, everyone's fine with it, I'm fine. I was like, I feel comfortable. And the ADs were like, okay, but maybe the crew doesn't.
Seeing Owen in the Assless Chaps was a highlight of probably my 25 years ever.
Guiding troubled youth through hardship is like, it's really my calling. My high school guidance counselor was fired because I basically made him redundant, so.
I thought they caught him filming the swim team changing.
And also he was filming the swim team changing, yeah.
It is hard to talk about Anton without talking about Owen because Owen has brought so much of his comedic sensibility to the role, even down to sort of the catchphrases that Owen will sort of say on set that then will make their way into improvs and then sort of be canonized in Anton's personality.
Or in other characters who have picked it up from Anton.
Yeah.
Baba.
Babito.
I call all my friends Baba.
Baba.
Because they're Babas.
Binky.
And you're so Binky is somehow.
Pinky.
I love being in a scene with Malik. I'm rarely in a scene with Malik.
Yeah,
This
so
is
true.
something that people should know. They actually want to hold us apart.
Well, Owen has an alter ego, Khalil. He just wants to work in the show as like Khalil, Owen's straight brother, comes in.
One thing about Owen is that he likes his coffee with the most amount of sugar possible. It's like a 5 sugar to like 1 coffee ratio. So in his Starbucks order, there's about 10 shots of vanilla syrup and like 1 shot of espresso. So there's that.
Am I polite?
See?
Am I
He's
polite?
very polite.
What? How polite?
I'm scared. Guys, I have to go.
Seriously, can't with this veil.
Can you stop? It's tradition in my culture.
You can't just say that when you want to wear something.
I didn't make a thing about your hat.
My yarmulke?
Anton is basically a supermodel, so it's very easy to dress him. He is 6'4", so we do end up having to do a bunch of alterations on his clothing. I mean, this pair of pants, and it's just a pair of Dickies, but we got many sizes too big for him and like sat them really high on his waist and looks fantastic.
It looked
on him.
amazing on him.
I think something we thought a lot about was like moments where these characters are dressing for the people they want to be and sort of who they think they are. And then moments where they're just absolutely themselves.
He was super excited about being able to represent as a gay character, but in a pretty understated and quite realistic way.
Like not following with stereotypes and like that kind of thing and still being like super like tailored and elegant and
yeah, not feel like a caricature.
What I love so deeply about this show is that they let Anton be black and gay and find his identity and show his identity, but not necessarily hit it over the head.
It's a fine line that our writers have worked hard to do, and I would also argue that our actors have infused, but they're not limited to their identity to create those stories.
Because I think in real life, at least in my friendships, and maybe I'm lucky for this, but I just exist in my friend group, and I happen to be black and gay, and Jewish, and we can keep going on and on. But I think in this show, what is so special is that our friendships aren't about that. They're about each other.